everybody, and welcome to Real Madrid Hub, your source for Real Madrid news. I am your host, Eric Rivera, and today we got plenty of news, and all of it is about Mbappe. So get ready. No, I'm just kidding. So today we actually have some news, thankfully, of stuff that isn't only related to Mbappe. The first news of the day actually comes by Jorge C. Picon, or Jorge C. Picon, from Diario AS. Odegaard is without a number currently, something that is pointing more into the direction that he may possibly be leaving this season. And what I mean by saying he doesn't have a number is that he does not have currently a number assigned to him for La Liga. Yesterday, actually, some of the numbers were assigned to different players. We saw some of the numbers change on the team, and basically that means that these are the players that are getting registered in La Liga in order to play tomorrow's game against Deportivo Alavés, which will be, of course, Real Madrid's debut in La Liga. So the names that have been registered at this point are pretty much everyone except for Dani Ceballos, Jesus Vallejo, and Martín Odegaard. So before I get into some of the news of Martín Odegaard, here are the people that have been registered. So the players that have been registered are Luka Jovic, who will now wear number 16, while Bale, who was wearing 50 when he played against Milan, is actually going to be wearing number 18. And then Rodrigo is leaving number 25 to number 21, which is actually the number, 21 is actually the number that Odegaard had during preseason. So what does that leave us with? Essentially, that leaves us with the idea that it could be a way for Real Madrid to kind of say to Odegaard that he's got, they're kind of saying, okay, you're free to go. Because that is the rumors. We know that the difficulties during preseason are essentially that he has not been able to adapt to the team, that he is, worried about the minutes that he's going to have during this campaign. So a lot of that stuff is fueling the idea that he is pretty much on his way out at the moment. Even in England, they have continued to, feed these rumors, and they've published that Arsenal continues to be very interested in getting him back in as not on loan this time, but in a definitive manner, basically meaning they want to buy the player. We already know that they offered 50 million euros for him, a number that was rejected by Real Madrid, as they want either 60 to 70 million apparently. And these are euros, not dollars. So, but under the orders of Arteta, Mikel Arteta, who is of course the coach of Arsenal, he's a fundamental player and they liked having him, and it seems that Odegaard also likes him as well. Also likes the Arsenal as well and likes working with Arteta. So this kind of fuels the rumors that it could be that the days might be numbered for Odegaard at Real Madrid. We know that he is not 100% sure about staying, and with the days going by, as I've looked on Twitter and as I've looked at different news sources, it seems that a lot of the Madridistas are not slowly, but I would say are starting to sort of say, well, if Odegaard doesn't want to stay, then, here's the door. So essentially, if he doesn't want to play for Real Madrid, why would they want to have a player that's unhappy at the team, on the team? And that is something that is echoed by, everyone that has to do with Real Madrid, of course. So that is, what's going on there, essentially with Odegaard. He's not registered. He's not registered to play in La Liga. And the other players that aren't registered actually are also Dani Ceballos. And this means that they're not registered on the La Liga website. They don't come out on La Liga website. When you look up Real Madrid, they're not showing with their numbers yet. So Dani Ceballos is also not, doesn't have a number yet. Obviously, his future is still under question, but this could be, of course, due to the fact that he came back from the Olympic Games injured. There was those reports and that horrible picture, of course, of him pretty much, his foot bent in half in a way at the ankle. So it seems he's still suffering from that injury. And then the other player that hasn't been registered is Jesus Vallejo, although it looks like he's going to get number 5. But the thing is that in La Liga, Varane is still there because the Manchester United, even though he's already there and at Manchester United and is going to get his medical and everything, it hasn't been made official by the club. Essentially, they haven't presented the player yet. So he still figures as... He's still showing up as Real Madrid's number 5. So Varane is still there, and until I guess that whole stuff gets cleaned out or cleared out, Vallejo will eventually get the number 5 that Varane had. That's what it's looking like, and that's what reports are saying. So going back to the news surrounding Odegaard, journalist Emilio Moreno Lopez actually came out and discussed some things that apparently he had received information about Jose Angel Sanchez, sporting director of Real Madrid, saying that the only player that they have right now on the team that they're receiving offers for and that they are willing to sell is Odegaard. But he also goes on to say that Jose Angel Sanchez is the one that has the most desire to sell Odegaard and get some money for him. Probably because he sees that Odegaard is not doesn't want to play for Real Madrid, or is doubting his play, seems unhappy, that kind of thing. And once again, they don't want a player that's unhappy. But it's also because, according to Emilio Moreno Lopez, Jose Angel Sanchez believes that Sergio Arribas is a better player than Odegaard. He's younger. He's coming up through the ranks of Castilla. He has looked solid a lot of times when he plays for Real Madrid and plays on the first team. And of course, when he plays for Castilla, he has been a huge asset for the team, for Raúl's team there in Castilla. So Jose Angel Sanchez, according to these reports, believes that Arribas is a better player, and he's even let Carlo Ancelotti know his feelings. Basically saying, he's got a lot of passing and, he's good there, but he's never going to be a player that's essentially saying he's never going to be a player that makes a difference. So that if a good offer comes for Odegaard, like if Arsenal boosts up their offer from those initial 50 million euros, well, it seems like it's going to be a done deal for Odegaard. So I know a lot of Madridistas were hoping Odegaard was going to play. I mean, I was interested in him too, but if he's not, doesn't have a desire to play, why would you try to play him? He's, it's crazy to me because on a personal note, like I said, is that, he has potential to play because he has potential to play with Real Madrid because, Modric is really, this is his last season. We don't know if he's going to renew. It's all going to depend on how he does this season. But he's getting older, of course. And I would say the natural progression would be to move to somebody like Odegaard. They're not the same type of player, as Odegaard is much more of an attacker than Modric is, and Modric has more defensive capabilities. But besides that, Kroos is also going to getting up there in age. Kroos has said that he would want to retire at 33, which would be in 2 years. I mean, everything is pointing in the direction that Odegaard would be the future of Madrid. But if he doesn't want it, this is a team where you're not going to get things for free. And if you don't want him, then they're going to move on very quickly and, look for something else and for somebody that wants to be at Real Madrid. So, that's what being a Madridista is about. That's what Madridismo is about. We as the fans love the players that show that they want to be here. And that is something that Odegaard is not showing, and what I think is bothering a lot of people, and at this point is already starting to bother even the directors and the board at Real Madrid. They want people that have a desire to be here, to be at Real Madrid. And speaking of people who want to be at Real Madrid, oh, you know it was coming. Yes, Kylian Mbappe. The news, of course, Kylian Mbappe. There's been a lot of news are going around, of course, is what is going to happen with Kylian Mbappe. There are rumors that he's going to talk, this weekend and clarify the situation of what's going on with him after the game, after PSG's game against Salzburg. We're gonna see what happens with that. There was a lot of stuff about him not liking any of the PSG posts, right? And it's funny that when all of that stuff came out about him not liking the PSG posts, all of a sudden Kylian Mbappe yesterday made a post welcoming Leo Messi. So there, to me, that's all pressure. That's all media. That's all pressure. That's, publicists telling him, you got to make a statement, this is how the game works. This is how it works, guys. And if he doesn't want to, he wants to come to Madrid, that's what it looks like. But, there's a lot of other things that are happening there, and a lot of pressure that kid is getting to, of course, stay at PSG. He has not renewed. He's rejected offers, all that type of stuff. And now Al-Khelaifi has pressured him. And now the pressure is also coming from his teammates, as Di Maria came out yesterday saying that he believes that Mbappe is going to stay. This is something that, Al-Khelaifi made it public during Messi's presentation, saying that there's no excuse for Kylian Mbappe to leave, that nobody would understand him if he left because he wanted the best team in the world and he's got the best team in the world. I don't know. It wasn't that he said it was the best team in the world, that he's got, that they have one of the best teams, and, he wanted a project, and there's no bigger project essentially right now than PSG's project. So they're putting everything on this kid's shoulders. And, if he really wants to come to Madrid, which it looks like it, man, I hope he holds on and doesn't crack, because they are putting everything on him, And so Di Maria comes out yesterday basically on ESPN, and he was asked about the future of Mbappe, and he goes, yeah, I believe he's going to stay. It's obvious that a lot of the big teams want him, but with the team that PSG has right now, I don't think he will leave. A team better this one, he is not going to find anywhere else. That is what Di Maria said. And, of course, he's going to say that of Kylian Mbappe. They're, of course, going to want somebody like Kylian Mbappe to stay, because it would be the biggest super team ever currently. The only thing I think they're missing at this point is Cristiano Ronaldo, and then they would have probably every best player in the world outside of Haaland currently. It's crazy. So pressure coming from every sector for Mbappe there. But he also talked about, this is a little side note there, but Di Maria also talked about on ESPN, the famous picture of Leo Messi with all the players from, a lot of the players from PSG, and of course his national team, and Neymar, of course. So there was that, that bomb came out, and everyone was sure that Leo Messi was going to stay at Barcelona, but why was he taking pictures with PSG? So, that was PSG's continued effort to try to get him. So Di Maria explained, and this is kind of interesting, is that Di Maria said everything was basically just coincidence. He goes, we were going to get together. He said so Angel Di Maria and Leandro Paredes were going to get together with Neymar in Ibiza, which is where that picture was taken. And then all of a sudden, Neymar invited them to his house in Ibiza, and Verratti was there as well. And he said, they were all bothering him about him coming to PSG, but Messi was telling them that he had already had everything was in order with Barcelona, and he had even told his kids that they were going to stay at Barcelona. And then he says, Di Maria says, all of a sudden, the story changed, days later. So this kind of goes in line with everything that, that the media has been saying, that everything with Barcelona was in order until that last meeting, essentially, where Messi arrives in Barcelona, and they say, no, this is the deal, and we can't register you, or whatever happened in that last meeting, whether they asked him to lower his salary, whatever, there was those reports as well where they asked him to lower it even more, and that's where everything fell apart. And then boom, from one moment to the next, Messi is no longer a Barcelona player, and now he's at PSG. So it looks like Di Maria is kind of echoing what a lot of people were saying, that everything seemed like it was done, and then boom, it all happened and went to PSG. A crazy way to lose one of the best players in the world for Barcelona. And then moving on, the last note of the day that I have here is that Haaland has rejected, apparently. This is an exclusive from Defensa Central, Rubén Gómez from Defensa Central, saying that apparently Haaland rejected an offer by Chelsea for 18 million euros a season just to go to Real Madrid. That is crazy if that is true. Rubén Gómez says that this number 9, that this Dortmund's number 9, Haaland's number 9, Haaland is the pure number 9, and the purest number 9 that is currently on the market. That he will be a player for Real Madrid next year, 2022, because the player has rejected multiple offers at this point. He has not only rejected offers, apparently, obviously from Chelsea, and a huge offer from Chelsea, because so if the 18 million euros is true, that is 6 million euros more than the highest paid players currently at Real Madrid. So the two highest paid players right now at Real Madrid are Gareth Bale and Eden Hazard, that are earning 12 million euros a year. So they were offering him 18 million euros a year, and he rejected it, apparently. So they know that Haaland, and this all bodes well for Real Madrid. This all is music to the ears of Real Madrid, because for them, they are conscious that Haaland is really doing everything in his part to play for Real Madrid next season. He has said no to Chelsea. He has even said no to Manchester City. Even though he has Mino Raiola as his agent, somebody that, in the past, Florentino and Real Madrid have not seemed to get along well with, it is well known that Mino Raiola, and we've reported this on the channel before, that Mino Raiola has been interested in bringing a player to Real Madrid, one of his players. So, Pogba was one of them, and that didn't happen. And now, of course, everything is pointing to Haaland, but there's also a desire from Erling Braut Haaland to come to Real Madrid, which is a great thing. Once again, going back to that whole situation, Real Madrid wants players that want to play for Real Madrid, that have a desire to play for Real Madrid. And Mbappe, of course, is one of them, and Haaland is one of them. And it's crazy that, he's rejecting all of this and really showing that love for Real Madrid. That's the kind of thing we want. And the thing is that, next summer, the clause, the 75 million euro clause, I think I said in another video that he would come on a free in a year. That is incorrect. The thing is, in a year, the reason people are ready to get him is because he has a clause in his contract that will open up in 2022 where he could leave Dortmund for 75 million euros. So that is essentially what Real Madrid is waiting for. That's why, and it seems at this point, Haaland is also waiting for it and has decided that he wants to come in 2022. Why is this? Is because, it is well known now that the plans Real Madrid have is to bring Haaland and Mbappe together at Real Madrid in 2022. That they want these two guys at Real Madrid in 2022. Everything is sort of pointing in the direction, at least in the press, that these two players are going to play together for Real Madrid in 2022. Something I'm sure that everybody in the world that is anti-Madridista absolutely hates. They do not want that to happen. But everything is pointing in that direction. Of course, that's why I'm saying that the pressure that they are putting on Mbappe at PSG scares me because how long is he going to be able to hold out? But of course, Mbappe has a circle of people around him that are also, guiding him. So essentially, hopefully, he stays strong. And if he doesn't come this summer, which is looking less likely that he will, but I still have hopes. I know a lot of you guys in the comments have said, like, give it up, don't keep believing this. I still hope so. If it's going to happen, whatever, it'll happen or it won't happen. I'm still a Madridista. But if he comes, great. If he doesn't come now, he'll come in 2022 with Haaland, and we'll have the best team, we'll have the best team going forward. We'll have the two best, attackers in the world, and young attackers in the world. And, we'll be set. Just got to be patient till 2022, one more year. But we could, there's a lot of things that can happen in that time, guys. So, as we need to get, I hope we get one of them in this transfer window. So that is the news I have for now, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for, your comments. Some of you have said that you like these longer videos and these longer discussions. So I thank you guys for helping us out here at Real Madrid Hub. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for all your Real Madrid news. We are giving you news daily. And so in that regard, hit that subscribe button. So hit those notifications so that you get the notifications for when we release a new video. We are doing them daily. And that is it from my end. Thank you for listening here at Real Madrid Hub.